Good evening and welcome to the fifth video in a series of 7. Tonight's talk is on 25 plus years of marriage, the 3 biggest challenges, and what we can do to create a thriving, not surviving relationship. Now, if you've been married 25 or more years, you'll notice that you've had to adapt and change over the years. That's just all about growth and change. And so there are things that are really important to pay attention to if you want to move into your later years happy, healthy, strong, and vibrant. And so the first thing I'd like to talk about is recapitulation. Recapitulation can get in the way of growth. And we always want to be having growth. Recapitulation is all about rehashing the past, talking about the same topics, and it can create boredom. Recapitulation is going over the past. It's talking about mistakes you've made, regrets you've had, hanging on to maybe when the children were young or when you had happier moments. Oh, you had better health, you traveled more, maybe you had more free time and more money, and now you're settling into just a recapitulation, a rehashing. You're not even reinventing your marriage. Reinventing your marriage is what is needed for a thriving marriage. And when you just kind of just recapitulate, you're trying to reinvent the same old thing. So you kind of feel like you're spinning in wheels. Well, what can you do if you feel like you're spinning your wheels in your marriage? This will bring us to the next one that I want to talk about is stagnation. If you are not moving forward, you're really almost moving backwards because you're staying still and time is going by. So it's as if you're just not going anywhere. And that can create some unhappiness. And many people don't admit unhappiness. They just kind of settle in to whatever it is they have, thinking it could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse, but it could be much better. And it's going to depend on you and doing things to make it get better. Have date nights. Do different things. Do something new. It doesn't have to cost money. Look in your community, in your town, and you'd be surprised that you could simply go on a walk one evening to an arts and crafts festival or something happening in a small town the third Saturday of the month. Maybe there's free music or just something different that you haven't done. There's a lot to explore and you'd be surprised. You just have to open your eyes. Stagnation is an enemy of a long-term happy marriage. You don't want to stagnate. Sometimes people get comfortable and they'd rather not rock the boat. They don't want to bring up things that maybe disappoint themselves about their partner. You don't want to make things worse. And I understand that. I understand that there are some people who are more comfortable if it's safe. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't know if I like that philosophy. That's just, okay, it's not broke, we won't fix it. I guess we're not going to pay attention to it. To me, it can be lackadaisical. It can be like no energy. It gives it no life. Stagnation means lack of a life force. You're staying still. So I challenge you to take an examination of your marriage and see if you have recapitulation going on, if you have stagnation going on. The third biggest challenge I'd like to talk about in a 25 plus year marriage, and there are many more than 3, but let's talk about reconfiguration. So you've been together many years. Maybe one of you is getting ready to retire. Maybe you're doing a job switch. Maybe you've raised some kids and they're of college age and they've moved out. How are you going to reconfigure your relationship? Because it's changed. It is the new season. You will enter a new season in your marriage. And what are you going to do as it changes? How are you going to change? And it does require effort. A good marriage looks like it comes effortlessly, but sometimes takes effort, day-to-day effort, day-to-day being attentive to your spouse, hugging or kissing or greeting, saying hello, saying goodbye, doing something special. Maybe so much time has gone by and you've never written a little love note and stuck it under your partner's side of the pillow, of the bed, under their pillow. So there's little things that you can do to reconfigure, to reignite. I think of reconfiguration as a time to re-explore each other, to just move on into a new season that can be fun and rewarding and very rich and meaningful. You might have had busier years, your earlier years of marriage, with your career, paying your mortgage, visiting relatives. Your 30s and 40s and 50s, you're very busy. But 25 plus years, as you move past age 60, you're starting to be contemplative about your life, about, hey, have I done the things I set out to do? Have I set goals and reached them? As I reflect on my life and my marriage, am I happy with it? And so reconfiguration is actually exciting. I hope that you will find reconfiguring your marriage and moving into this new season as exciting, as an opportunity. Okay, so we've talked about stagnation, reconfiguration, and the first one I talked about was recapitulation. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any other things that you find to be very challenging in a 25 plus year marriage. So I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, and make your marriage great.